Man, this thing is pouring fuel. Check it out. I'm gonna have to start smoking. Perfect time to start. Right, sweetie?
No, you gonna blow us up.
Nah, it ain't gonna blow. It's just a big flame. Well, the fuel pump looked heavily rusted. Because the lines are plastic. They normally don't leak like that. Normally the fitting will rust out and it will just rust away. You can tell this truck came up north because look at the chrome, it's corroded. It's starting to flake. So yeah, the salt done got to this one. Around the engine looks pretty good though. See what I mean by the rusty lines? Starting to little surface rust right there. All right, we're gonna need an AC compressor belt. That always go bad on these. People always neglect to change them. You're not gonna be able to see it. It's in a tight spot.
What kind of engine is this?
It is a, trying to think of the engine code. LQ4. Anyways, the old iron block 6-liter workhorse of an engine. Very underpowered. In order to make power with these, you have to take off these 317 heads. These 317 heads, lower compression ratio because of the indentation they have. Let's see, 317 number right there. You'll put it on some 799 heads and that'll boost the compression ratio up, giving you a better feel. These Hummers, they always been known to be very slow, especially with this engine. It is a 6-liter, but the heaviness of this thing and the heads just, The reason they did that, it's just like the good old 7.3, the diesel Ford engine, International. You can't kill them in stock form. They just keep going. Now, power-wise, but what a lot of people like to do is fix them up and bump up the power. A simple tune would do the trick, and it wakes up big time. When you're dealing with like a workhorse of an engine, the manufacturer is very conservative. They will not give it the full potential or downgrade a lot of parts so it won't perform well. And that's the key to longevity. So it's just made to just run, and just non-stop. Of course, change your oil. But that's what also makes them so great. Performance kills, good people. When you start upgrading things, you build more heat. Heat is what destroys these engines. Let me give a little bit more detail because my wife just asked a good question and I didn't want to leave it open-ended. What you mean performance kill? I bought a performance car from the factory and it's rated as a performance car, my Hellcat.
Wait a minute. I want to say this. And I'm so happy, my heart so happy for you.
Why?
You finally drive something that look good and it's reliable. I'm really happy for you.
That thing is unkillable because of what we're talking about right now. People are always making jokes and memes about Jeeps online. So it's like my favorite one thus far is this big turtle that he has a gas can. You know how they outfit them and they slow, but they'll get you there. The inline 6, inline straight 6 on that it has potential, but you have to fix it up. So, meaning, back to my point here, yes, a Hellcat is a performance car, but it's factory approved, meaning they still put provisions in place so that engine can perform 700, 800 horsepower reliably. Now, if you take that car and go inside the computer and start tinkering with stuff to gain another 100 to 200 horsepower just by doing a tune, which you can because the potential is there. It's just not good for the car because the manufacturers know what they're doing when it comes to, okay, this engine can take this with what we've done to it. That's what I mean by that. I'm not talking about factory performance. I'm talking about taking a car like pusher car, which were never designed for a turbocharger or any kind of performance mod, and just slapping stuff on. Yeah, it'll be fun and a blast to drive, but it's not gonna be reliable. That's why the manufacturers are cracking down on performance mods and tuning stuff. It's so intelligent what they do. You can hook up a scan tool and the car will be like, it'll throw a code. Computer been tampered with, warranty void. It'll say something just like that. So if you do anything to that car, you're not gonna get your warranty. It's gonna void the warranty. So you go out and buy a Camaro SS and go inside the computer and start making changes, or put an aftermarket exhaust and headers and all that, try to take it to the dealership, get a warranty, nothing. Because that car wasn't designed for that, and the manufacturer know when you start doing that, alterations to a vehicle, you can potentially mess it up. Well, yeah, potential. It's always that keyword, potentially. So I know I kind of went off track, but I like performance stuff. This is what I do on the side for myself, not for no one else. So yeah, just think of it like that. You know, the turtle always gonna win in the long run. It's not a race to a turtle. You know, a turtle is just gonna take its time, stop and get some water, and there go the rabbit. Halfway there, 80% there, and something happened to the rabbit. That's always the case. He gets tired and he go take a nap, and he done exalted all his energy running so dang on fast, and he's like, man, I'm tired, but I'm 80% there. I got time to take a nap. He stopped, take a nap, and here come the turtle. Quiet and just walk on by. Finish. That's how it always happens.
Shout out to Tortoise in the Hair.
Good fuses. Got a bad wire somewhere.
Got power to fuse.
Alright.
Fuse look good.
You checked all of them?
Well, it's only one router to that one.
I'd still just check all of them.
Okay.
Just in case some janky stuff going on.
Okay.
Sometimes that can't be trusted.
Okay.
It goes back to my scanner. I don't trust scanners sometimes, CJ. I like to physically put a gauge on stuff and, physically see it for myself, because you can always have a wrong diagram. Something can be janky and you can miss something. Just always check all of them. All right. So I can sit high enough where I can get under it. Nope. No. Not the front anyway. This thing is sitting. Like I expected. Got a leaky brake line here. I'm surprised I was able to stop coming in. So that will have to be repaired. These up north cars are something serious. All right, this gas smell is starting to get to me. I'm gonna have to get off from down here. Man, check this weather out. We just filmed out here. This weather is so bipolar. Look, I wasn't about to have no wet pants today. Look what I pulled inside.
Oh, your Jeep.
Ah!
Listen, that engine gonna be okay out there?
What engine?
For that Ford.
Yeah, it's covered up. I got the throttle body covered up. The intake. The carburetor. A lot of people think, I did a short about my Jeep. they were, so they're like, you know, the Jeep is made to get wet and for the storms or whatever the case may be. 'Cause it has drain holes in the floor. And somebody commented saying, and proceed to show us cloth seats. The seats are water resistant, good people. Like, soon as the sun comes out, they dry up so easily. That's what I love about this thing. And they was like, it sounds like it's gonna be mold to me. Another commenter said. And again, they're wrong. Dealing with these seats, they're special fabric, so they do resist water. And my wife can attest because we had trees falling down in our neighborhood. She said it was storming. I slept through it. The only problem I've been having is this aftermarket carpet. I have to dry that out because mold was trying to build up. Mold loves dark places. So when the first time it got rained in, this rubber mat was down there, and I was like, I see a mold. Took the mat up, and for sure mold was trying to grow. So I cleaned it up. So you have to make sure that the carpet is dry, the aftermarket carpet. I'm pretty sure it's some type of mold resistance carpet too because it's aftermarket. But that's why a lot of Jeep owners have no carpet in their Jeep because half the time they leave it out in storms and it's fine. I want to do that, but I really like my carpet. So I'll just continue to, you know.
Never have I ever seen you take care of a car the way you do this.
What you mean?
Really like it.
I love this thing. I take care of all my cars.
And I love you and all, but why you eat my Pringles, man?
I'm hungry. I don't have no energy.
I told you to eat breakfast. You don't listen.
It's one of them days.
We knocking at 40. You can't eat Pringles for breakfast. Like, I'm not about to nag you on camera.
Pringles on a Coke.
No.
Oh, going on. Oh, let's do it, man.
Now I'm gonna ask you. I dare you.
No.
I dare you go.
I may have to get wet today coming home. So that's
Nah, it's
gonna
gonna
stay dry.
This weather is bipolar. It's gonna clear up. I promise you. It's gonna be back 80 degrees by the time I leave today.
It wiped away the gas. That everybody was complaining about. That's a bad brother. So with this one, I'm gonna recommend replacing the brake line. Hose is rubber, so I can't say hose. Sometimes I get that mixed up. And need a fuel pump because it's leaking. And what else I wrote up about this one? I do believe the AC compressor belt, transmission line is leaking, and replace the main drive belt. I did have to move this one forward because I had to pull that one in. Oh, and the sunroof drain is stopped up too. But look outside. I promise you, this is the same day.
Oh.
It's back sunny again. Like, it was pouring down right now. And it's all dry. And man, this Georgia weather is so bipolar. Jeez, but I had to pull that one forward so I can get this one in. It has a throttle body issue. The throttle will work as long as you baby it. As soon as you be careful.
Booby trap.
No, it's a coolant jug. As soon as you step on it real hard, the throttle just flips out. It cannot handle it. Something internally is going on with the throttle body. So I'm gonna recommend we replace that. It does have about 180,000 miles on it. This thing got a block heater on it. Somewhere.
What's a block heater?
It keeps the coolant warm in heavy climates. You plug it up, and it keeps the coolant at a certain temperature. So when you crank it up, the truck won't have a hard time warming up. But we're talking about that's only necessary in climates in the negatives. It's necessary in diesels because as soon as it drops below freezing, most diesels, well, just about all diesels have a hard time starting. The reason why, because diesel doesn't work off ignition source. It doesn't work off spark. It doesn't have a spark ignition. It doesn't have a spark at all. How diesel starts is it compresses air, and the air, if the air is very cold, it'll have a hard time heating up that air. And you won't get, the diesel won't combust. The air is too cold coming inside the engine. When you compress any air, the molecules bump so fast together, it generates heat. So yeah, compressing air makes heat. And the diesel fuel is injected in, and the hot air combusts the diesel fuel. So that's why you have things like block heaters or glow plugs on diesel. The Cummins, they use like a block intake air grid heater or something weird like that. And most other diesels use glow plugs. They will glow red hot to heat the combustion chamber air for startup purposes only. And after that, you're good to go. It's sort of like little nitro powered and the AC compressor. Nitro powered AC cars, RC cars, like I have, you start it up with a glow plug, and once it's running, you take it off, and it's good to go.
Oh, my brother just came. He coming back. He said it's misfiring.
No, did he replace that part? PO300.
And he said it's
Shut off because of that solenoid that we told him about. He need to replace that solenoid.
Okay.
Yeah, like truck been sitting too. Okay.
Oh, let him know.
This is the key for it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll pull it in. I love my customers. They always bringing me something. I needed this little pick me up. Some kind of frappuccino. What is this? With caramel or
I
something?
think it's a caramel crunch. I don't know, but we don't drink Starbucks, but she brings us stuff to try.
It's missing a tooth. No, it's missing a tooth. I think it is. It's not supposed to look like that. See that tooth missing?
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun wanted to open up to see what was broken. You see what I'm talking about? Right there.
Oh, I see it.
It's got a chipped tooth. And they're skipping on that. Cool.
Well, I know.
Yep. All right, what's next? Man, it's been a crazy Monday. I can tell you that much.
I know.
Yeah.
You down? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm fine.
Sure.
You the one angry.
I am. I'm angry and I'm disappointed, I guess.
So this one's just a recheck. What you got, Jonathan?
He said he still wants to replace the EGR. No ignition belts.
That's on him.
Okay.
We're discussing a diag I did off camera. I think it was today. Yeah, it was the day earlier today. It was this 99 Econoline van, conversion van. And he said it won't go over 40. So I test drove it. It has a bad misfire on cylinder 8. And it has some EGR codes. And on those Ford Triton engines, you have a pressure feedback sensor, and you have two rubber hoses coming from the exhaust manifold to the sensor. And one of those hoses got a split down in between. So I opted for to change the plugs. If he hasn't, no history of them, they say he's just changed the plug, so he's good there. But all his coils, and I wanted to change all the coils because I want all the coils to be of the same brand. He has some Motorcraft coils and like 2 or 3 other aftermarket coils just scattered all around. So he's kind of been piecing it together. So I was like, I'm just gonna do all coils and call it a day. That's the best way to do it. So what he want to do is just the EGR stuff. And I told Jonathan, hey, make sure you tell the customer that's not gonna fix the skipping problem, because as you're driving at low RPM, the car just starts shaking real bad, skipping, and it's just not gonna accelerate that good. And feel like it don't want to accelerate over 40. This one is skipping, he say, and he hears a noise, a whining noise. This, first of all, this is this Colorado that was here forever. It had a warranty claim through Jasper, and we diagnosed it. The tensioner bolt was stripped out, or it was like wasn't properly torqued, and it's backing out. And I do believe, if I can remember correctly, by beating around it damaged the threads. So, you know, we reported that information to the warranty company, and it was like, you know, we'll just warranty it out. So that took forever. And once we got the engine all put in, it took them another month or two to pay us.
Yeah.
This car
Probably
been here
almost a
literally,
year.
yeah, almost here for a year. So I guess we're just rechecking over everything. I don't see any lights. Before it left, the battery was shot. It had a code for an actuator, camshaft actuator. I do believe it's been sitting so long on the pulleys is now making noise. So I'm about to look into that now. And hook up my scanner. But this truck got like 500,000 miles on it. And it has a lot of cancer. These Colorados, y'all want to know a good truck? These dang on Colorados. They're never in here for anything. See? They had all rusted out. This thing will literally disintegrate with rust before something else goes out. I don't know what happened to the original engine, but I always see these trucks with 400 or 500K on them, still purring like a kitten. I think the last
gas
one,
at that. It's gas, right?
yeah. I think the last one had timing issues, which that's the only downfall of this engine. You just replace the timing chain, but if you neglect it, of course, it'll pop, bend valves, then yeah, that's the reason you'll need an engine. But very good trucks, very soft truck. So nothing bad to say about the truck.
Trying to see if the mileage is gone.
Here
Yep. Half a mil.
So the noise I'm hearing is this idler pulley and belt tension pulley. Right there. Now he also stated it was skipping. I probably have to drive it to see what's going on there. But I'm gonna give it a quick little power break.
Sorry, I had to deal with that customer that came and got his card.
God.
They left the card behind.
About the situation early.
Yeah. So,
All right, with this one,
you left off on power braking.
yeah, it passed that test. So I went and drove it. So I just got back from a test drive, and yeah, as you come to a stop at times, it go to flipping out and acting funny. So I had my little cold puller inside, and we're getting the P0017 a camshaft position correlation, meaning the timing is not quite right. But before we jump to conclusions, it's the timing chain. We must look at the camshaft actuator, because if the camshaft actuator is not doing its job, it's not going to adjust the phaser when it needs to. So it's going to be lagging, and that's what I think it is, because when this engine first got here off the pallet, freshly rebuilt, everything looked properly. I mean, the timing marks, everything was great. And prior to this vehicle leaving, I told the customer, you need a camshaft actuator. And I just looked at it again, and the camshaft actuator hasn't been replaced. So the customer is not listening to me at this point, unfortunately. So I'm going to recommend the same thing again. Camshaft actuator, and you need those pulleys, which we probably wrote it up, but if we didn't, that's bad on our part. So this was a pretty easy diagnostic. But one thing I can say, this thing makes so much noise. One thing I can say, good. Sometimes you have to focus on the good, because it has been a weird Monday. And I probably look like this because I'm just over it. I was over it coming in here today, so I'm like mellowed and kind of tuned out of everything right now. We all have those days, but the good part is the shop is busy. The 2 new guys I hired on are working out really good. I can work with them. No one's perfect, but I'm very happy with their performance. The shop is, booming. Everything is going great. We had a record month.
Last week.
Oh.
Record week
last week. So that shows that we're getting stuff out, because, man, I need it, because last month, y'all seen the video, that mechanic put me in the hole pretty bad, because I need to be moving. Everybody needs to be doing their job to keep the shop proactive and generating income. Speaking of income, I'm not putting no names out there. What's the best way I can put this, sweetie?
Put what?
This situation where you bombed about me. Nothing surprised me anymore.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. We had to, I'm going to say potentially, because it hasn't happened yet, but I'm probably going to fire him. A lot of y'all ask who run the business. That would be me.
I don't
That would be
do
me.
good with numbers. And
correct.
Now, I fire somebody with the heartbeat now. But
it's the chauvinistic comments like this one and this one. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work and know how to run this. This man is busy working on cars, diagnosing all day. So that's where I come in at. And basically, I found a discrepancy with some missing cash. And upon my investigation, I'm going to have to let that person go with the cash we're missing.
Yep.
That's all I want to say, because one, Alex and Sean, if you guys didn't know my name, Mrs. Carter, we're not about running people over the bus. We don't do that. And we're not going to throw you under the bus even if you deserve it.
Yeah.
However, you and I, me and my husband, going to have to work on people taking our kindness for weakness. Because you can come work here and we can be the kindest bosses in the world. And,
we're very laid back and don't trip.
Try to love on you, try to be there for you as human beings. But here lately, seem like people are just, people ain't going to have the same heart you have. So, unfortunately, we have to let that person go.
Yeah, 1 minute they paying in card. Oh, yeah, next they paying in cash. Okay,
Yeah.
You kind of walked yourself into that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Then the next situation, we had a problem with a customer. He brought his vet in here to us, and we did some work on it. Granted, the lifts did catch his side skirts. We're gonna take care of it and pay for that. That's no problem. If we damaged anybody's property, we're gonna take 100% full accountability for it. Side skirts meaning right up in here. The lift kind of got it, and I was like, okay, we'll work something out. Let us know when you can come. A couple of days go by. Hey, it's got a chip in my front bumper. I'm like, wait a minute now. Right. That was already like that, but you know what? We'll still take care of it. Just let us know when you're gonna come back.
I'm gonna put the video of his front bumper, or a picture here on the screen.
It's old.
It's very old, folks. It's like,
and the dude the customer we were talking about, run his mouth so much, so he done told on himself. He went away not to put his business out there.
No, we don't know who we talking about. He went to jail. While he was in jail, somebody else was driving that Corvette in his Atlanta streets, because he said that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that crack could have came from anywhere.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
I had a body guy come.
For sure.
He looked at it and said, this is old, man.
Yeah.
Try to explain that to the gentleman. He wouldn't let it up. So I said, hey, we just gonna fix it.
Okay, so the day roll around, right? He brought it back because the connector on the alternator, something was going on with that. That's fine. But he was having problems out of his fuel gauge. His fuel gauge was acting weird, and his check engine light came on. So I explained to him, like, you having a fuel sending unit problem. Here's the code. This, it's going to be a diagnostic field, unless you want to throw a part at it that's, no warranty or whatever the case may be. So he gets on the phone with his dad, and then, oh boy, the customer start bringing back up the bumper. I'm like, okay, what this got to do? We already discussed the bumper.
Oh, wait a minute, pause. I keep asking him what day he want to bring it
Yeah.
in for the bumper. He keeps blowing me off. Could be today, could be tomorrow.
Who does that?
I'm
You
like,
want
okay.
your stuff fixed? Let's do it.
Like, sir, I need to coordinate with the body guy. So what do you want to do? What day? Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to have to get back at you.
So
Okay.
then his dad gets in the mix, and they start talking yin yang. Well, then the dude like, okay. I asked him. I was like, what do your bumper got to do with your fuel pump? Well, that could have messed up my fuel pump. Okay, here we go.
So then they start saying, well, I feel like the diagnostic should be free because he got work done with y'all before. I was like, sir, if I gave a free
Trying to tell us how to run our business.
I mean, seem like you ought to run your business like that. I said, okay, we're going to go ahead and end the conversation, because one thing you're not finna do is tell me how to come and run this establishment. Not this one, not the one that got a 40K overhead. You're not about to come in here and tell me that.
No.
Then he said something about a lawyer, so
Then,
I said,
and we just dropped
conversation
everything.
over.
Yep,
Goodbye.
conversation. I'm not
Yeah.
fixing nothing, because I was still trying to be very generous with the customer. I even offered, because we missed the negative terminal. I was like, well, we missed that. When you come in for your oil change, I'll replace your negative terminal. No problem. But when he said lawyer, everything off the table.
wait.
We're not fixing
We're
jack.
fixing a bumper that we did not paint. We giving them doing an oil change, fishing on the terminal for free. We even
We didn't do the oil change for. I said if you
No,
get
I'm
the
saying
oil
we're gonna
change.
do the oil change, but fix the terminal for free.
Yeah.
Then we courtesy pulled your code because you came in here, we checked our work, told you, hey, you got a new issue. But then you want to give all this?
Yeah, you want to say, oh, it got something to do with the bumper.
Oh,
I'm
well,
like,
I
come
paid
on.
the diag last 2 weeks ago, and that oughta no, baby. That's not how we finna do this.
But before even all this, because CJ initially spoke with him about the matter, and he was saying that he was trying to jug us out of. It was weird. That whole customer was just strange and weird.
Yeah.
Like, he came in, oh well, can you give me $200? I need to get these front tires fixed.
He wanted back, $200 back off
Yeah.
the bill. Then he sat here and was gonna leave it because he didn't have no gas in it. It was like, what the heck?
And he's driving around on E. Like, you messed up your own sending unit, Playboy.
It's like, I don't know.
Well, pretty much on that good note, that customer was a trip with that vet when I was just talking about him.
Don't even get CJ mad.
He was like, CJ was like, I can read vibes, and his vibe was off from day one.
I never said anything about a customer ever. The whole time since I've been.
CJ happy-go-lucky. He like me.
Yeah,
We just want to drink our beer after work and chill and work on our cars. We don't want no drama.
Yeah.
They get me for that. Cause hey, I'm going up.
I almost bought something else out of it.
That Jacquees. But good people, on that note, I'm going to end this right here. Let me get back to doing what I do best. Until next time, Alex Car Knocked Out. See you guys on the next one.
I can't wait to get it. Baby, man.
Which one?